remember when Meghan's friend Jessica Mulrooney had the terrible faux pas, of course? She was the Canadian friend that had, well, befriended Meghan Markle and they become super chums. All those pictures of arms around each other at those events, and apparently was a stylist and fashionista guiding Meghan to some people might suggest, her very best looks. She also became a television star, but that really didn't stop Meghan Markle dumping this particular individual lady because apparently she'd made a faux pas, one that Meghan seriously couldn't forgive her for. There's quite a few of those, isn't there? Will this gentleman now be the next one? As ever, let me explain. Morning, lovely to see you. Thank you so much as ever for your time today, and also wonderful comments regarding the war memorial of the people over here in the heart of Sussex in Brighton. Lovely to share that with you. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. It's nice, isn't it, just to reflect, remember, look at these people and think, wow, what they gave for us, you know, the time, the scale of their, you know, sort of, well, kindness is the wordest thing, isn't it? I mean, you look at the age of some of those people and you think, so young, going into the unknown, and the only memory now is that particular memorial. And we really should remember these people far more. So I'm so pleased that you took the time out to watch. I am truly grateful, and I'm sure they are too. Back as ever to your breaking royal story of the day. Remember this particular image? Now, yes, remember this one. This is, of course, Meghan Markle breaking down, basically saying that, you know, thank you for asking when nobody bothered to ask her. Another outright lie, apparently, of her time inside the British monarchy, because she says that she was left on her own, passport confiscated, couldn't leave the house, no assistance for mental health, yet Prince Harry apparently been having therapy for years. How couldn't he provide someone? And this particular gentleman, Tom Bradby, of course, was the ITN presenter who was, well, out there and about with them both on that tour, which turned out to be something of a disaster. But he stood by them, of course. Now, Tom himself has had something of a rough time, seemingly because, well, he was in with the British monarchy, and in particular His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales, Prince William. Well, that's now gone very cool indeed, as one might suspect. They're no longer big friends. But moving forward, he's treading a very dangerous path if you want to remain friends with Meghan Markle. As I said at the start of this video, if you remember, Jessica Mulrooney had or said something allegedly that really offended Meghan regarding some kind of racist slur. Now, Tom, in order to try and promote people to watch his forthcoming political election night broadcast, the one with the likes of Nicola Sturgeon, which we told you about recently, amongst other people, well, he's been reflecting upon how his insomnia and how he's had to have therapy, all reading very well and all that sort of stuff, and we wouldn't wish it on anybody. But then he dropped the ball. And this apparently has not gone down too well, as one can imagine, with the likes of Meghan. And this is simply because, well, here's the quote. You see, he's very aware that he's one of the very few remaining white anchors reading the news now, currently on screen. Ooh, dangerous territory here, particularly somebody like Meghan, who of course has discovered a 46% Nigerian heritage, and Prince Harry. Now, according to a very well-placed source, this story has, shall we say, evolved and gone round the world, and it's found the ears of none other than the former royal known as the Duchess of Sussex, who apparently is none too thrilled. Well, Tom's sticking by his guns, and actually I agree with him. There are very few people now reading the news of a white background, but that's the bosses of the channels, all wanting to tick boxes. Why on earth it has to be? There you go. Can't you have one night one person, one night another? But no. Now, Tom obviously is feeling the heat at 34 years at ITN and wondering how many more years he's now got left. If this escalates, and if Meghan and Harry come out and say they're disappointed in this, it could be more curtains, and finally the bongs at News at 10 could be for his demise. Who knows? Neil Sean in the very heart of Brighton.